I'm going to ask you a question. Why is it that these guys on these forums, okay, who do the jibber jabber about sealing their engines, they're quiet on YouTube? Do you know why that is? I don't know either. In the grand scheme of things, come on. I mean, obviously I don't care if you guys seal your engines or not. Trust me, I got much more going on than to worry about that. But if I have an opportunity to right what I perceive to be a wrong,
followed by fault lines that cannot sit still, followed by a billion dumbfounded dipshits, and some say the end is near. Some say we'll see Armageddon soon. Certainly hopefully
so it's either a defective engine or all engines of that make have that leak. Chances are slim, so why would you begin there with your troubleshooting? The people that tell you to seal your engine, right, before anything else, right off the bat, they tell you you have to seal it. You can't go any further. You can't tune until you seal it. 100% of those people can't tune. Why do I say that? We've never seen it. All right. Hey, also Nitro Nerds here, and as I wrap up this little refresh phase for my Often Hyper 7. Excuse me, I'm going to be breaking in a new engine, this OS 25XZ. And guess what? I'm not going to seal it. I'll ask you a question. Why is it that these guys on these forums, okay, who do the jibber jabber about sealing their engines, they're quiet on YouTube? Do you know why that is? I don't know either. I'm not against sealing your engine.
I don't mind the sunshine.
What I'm against is unnecessarily risking damage to your engine.
Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you niggas learn?
Be careful who you listen to, because you're going to find that people out there, well, they'll flat out stretch the truth.
Can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you niggas learn? Can't get drunk, can't bring life, can't get started, can't get right. Turn down the music, turn up my mic. When will you niggas learn?
I have over 25 engines of, low end ready to run to the, considered some of the best in the world. I've never had an air leak from the factory.
I was raised in the hood, but what the fuck, nigga?
One thing I'm getting a little bit confused about, and hopefully someone out there knows the answer, and it's a pretty simple question. Do these guys that are on these forums who are very adamant and obtuse about their opinions when it comes to engine sealing, I mean, you see them everywhere. Every time the subject comes up, they come out of the woodwork. Do they watch YouTube? Do they watch videos on this very subject? And the reason I ask is because, again, on these forums, they're very vocal. And for whatever reason, I mean, you see down below, comments are enabled. I have a pretty large viewership. It's easy to find my videos. I put word out there. I'm creating a series on this. But yet, none of them, who for whatever reason on these forums do that. They're not doing it on this channel. I just don't understand it. So, now, I would love to discuss this on the forum, but I'm not allowed to. However, once again, you are allowed to discuss down below if you disagree. So take that into consideration, okay? These You know, these big guns, right, that you guys, some of you at least, are following like sheep. Go, shit, I don't care if you're too scared to say something, private message them, tell them, hey, look at this video. Say something, tell them what's up. It's real easy to come on here, they just comment, and we can talk about it. He begins to wonder in his mind, is he doing something wrong, or you know, something is not right? Because these engines that he sees on YouTube, as I said, they're getting going. Well, what he doesn't know are the guys who are consulting him, their engines aren't the ones on YouTube. Hasn't registered yet.
Fuck all these gun-toting hip-gangster wannabes.
They tell him, well, you just need to buy an LRP engine. Or you need to get another engine, an ERCM pipe, whatever, right? Because they've given all the advice they can. And if you've tried on everything they've said and it's still not working, well, it's the engine.
Yeah, fuck retro, anything, fuck your tattoos. Fuck all you junkies and fuck your short.
The short, succinct version is when you're troubleshooting your engine due to your inability to tune, all right? There are so many more proven items that I think everyone would agree, everyone who knows how to tune at least would agree, you should consider first, other than having a leak in your back plate or your carb neck or something like that, that an O-ring or something from the manufacturer, something of the manufacturer design would fix. I would do some intro. So let me tell you why I think this is important to understand. We have to put it into context, right? I've run into this scenario so many times, or I've seen it, right? And people will come to me asking for help, and here's essentially what's happened. So let's say that a newbie, he gets his first Nitro engine, and he goes to these basher forums. He wants to learn about it, wants to educate himself, if he's even doing that. Me, myself, I got my first engine. I tried to start it. I blew the con rod on it. Lesson learned. I changed my ways. But let's just say this person does the right thing. He goes to these forums. He tries to educate himself, and he reads all this stuff, and he becomes scared to death of leaning out his engine. Okay, he tunes by temperature. He essentially adopts worst practices for tuning a Nitro engine. Consequently, this newbie can't tune it. He never tunes his engine, and he becomes really desperate. He's seeing all these other engines out there that are just getting it and going, and being desperate, he begins to seek help from people. He's told by one of these experts out there, like our hero Jam Racer 1 or someone who, does the jibber jabber, but no substance behind it, as we now know, that he should seal his engine. He said, seal my engine. Of course, all the guys that I alluded to in Fact 1, these newbies who have been around 3 to 6 weeks, they jump out of the woodwork and they start saying how, oh yeah, once they tune their engines, they're running like pros now. Okay. See how it's kind of all matrixing back together, but as we progress, trust me, it's going to all come back to roost, and you're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about. So, of course, this newbie's going to go, oh, okay, well, he's going to learn what to do to seal his engine. He's going to go find these instructions out there that say nothing about how to properly remove your back plate, how to properly remove your carb. I mean, nothing at all, right? It's just put goop around it, and your engine will be magically tuned. Newbie seals his engine. He fucks something up, all right? But he doesn't know. Pulls out his piston or whatever. It's something, he fucks something up. There's a million things that can happen. I'll go on that to another video. His engine now runs worse than it did before. So he goes back to the forum and he's doubted once again. Well, you're doing something wrong. And he's like, no, I've done everything. And they go, well, here's what you need to do. You just need to get yourself an LRP. So the newbie gets himself an LRP and comes back and says, excuse me, guys, my engine's running horribly. All right, he's getting the same results as the stock engine. Here's the problem. What's missing here is something that I think, excuse me, my God, I got these hiccups, is as important as anything when it comes to this hobby. And that is, nowhere does anyone who's consulted with this new person consult with them on how to properly tune an engine. Now, if someone does say, no, it's your needle settings, man. Trust me. Have you done this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this? The newbie's not going to listen to it. He's not going to hear it because so many people have. The chances are so slim that your back plate's going to have an air leak, assuming it's properly closed with even pressure. The O-ring is fine, all that good stuff. Same with your carb, all right? If everything is set up correctly on an engine, it's not going to leak. And the chances of you getting that one engine, right, that for whatever reason, somewhere, like down in here, something is a little fracture, it's pretty astronomical. This right here, for what it's worth, I'm going to break in this engine with this clutch. And this is the original clutch for my Hyper 7 TQ Sport, baby. So you tell me, all right, aluminum lasts longer than the nylon. These are the original shoes. Flywheel's different, springs are different. I think I got a bunch of clutch nuts. I don't know if I use they're hard to tell, but anyways, look at that. And watch how much of the play is going to be eliminated. Roll. That's how you see your clutch go. Cool thing is, didn't have to move a damn thing.